What we got here is another Rydell Pro Line throwback, the Seattle Seahawks. I'm going to pan down here for a little bit here. Check out some cards I got here. These are the colors they used between 1976 and about 2001. And then in 2002 they switched to the darker colors. You'll see now. Kind of a darker bluish green, I guess you can call it. But actually I kind of prefer the older colors here, the silver and blue. Maybe it's more nostalgia or I just like it better. I don't know. Some people like the newer colors. But it's got a lot of greats on it. I'm still a work in progress. I still got room for other guys. My first one I got was Steve Largent. Wide receiver, Hall of Famer, of course. Little story that he was actually drafted by the Houston Oilers and cut in training camp by Bum Phillips, and Seattle picked him up in 1976, and the rest is history. So thanks, Oilers. Another one is Dave Craig, aka Mudbone. He was drafted by the Seahawks. He had a nice long career actually in the NFL. 16, 17 years I think he played for about maybe 4 different teams, I think it is. And Jim Zorn there. Jim Zorn, I wrote to him while he was a quarterbacks coach with the Baltimore Ravens. He agreed to sign it. Thanks, Jim. And if you look closer there, there's Ricky Watters, a free agent signing. Great little running back. Put up a lot of good numbers. I think he's almost borderline Hall of Famer myself. He played with the Eagles and the 49ers and then the Seahawks. If you look down below, there's Brian Bosworth. Yeah, Brian Bosworth, aka also known as the Boz. He had a short but interesting career with Seattle, number 55, linebacker. After his career was over, he got into movies. Let's see who else I got here. Walter Jones, great offensive lineman here. Will be elected into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio in August here. Well deserving, Walter Jones. And right above there is Kenny Easley, safety. I think Kenny belongs in the Hall of Fame myself. Maybe I'm just partial to him, but he was the type like a Ronnie Lott type. You know, just a hard hitter, very dominating back in the 80s, early 90s. Kenny Easley out of UCLA. And who else I got here? There's Lawyer Malloy's on here. Paul Scanzi. Joe Nash, great nose tackle. I wrote to him a while back. He signed it. Nice letter back from him, thanking him. There's Steve Rabel. He's a wide receiver out of Georgia Tech. Played in the early days of the Seahawks. Now he's a newscaster for Cairo TV, Channel 7 in Seattle. Plus he calls the Seahawks radio network games with Warren Moon on Sundays. Steve Rabel. Really nice guy. Down to earth. Boy, there's just lots of other guys on here. Rick Meyer, former quarterback, #1 pick out of Notre Dame. Willie Williams is on here. Had a good career with the Seattle Seahawks, but especially with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Of course, Seattle Seahawks fans, we don't like Pittsburgh Steelers, but that's just the way it is. See who else I got here. Curt Warner, great running back. I think he's #2 all time, Seahawks in rushing. Shaun Alexander's on here, 2005 NFL MVP. I think he's the all-time Seahawks rusher. Chris Warren, he's like #3 on the list on here. Marshawn Lynch, he's climbing the list. He's on here. Marshawn Lynch, Justin Forsett, Marcus Trufant, and Aaron Curry did a Christmas show, a Toys for Tots drive about 2.5 years ago. And all I had to do was bring a $10 toy, stand in line for about an hour and a half to 2 hours to get there all 4 autographs. It was well worth it. And see who else we got in here. John L. Williams, great fullback, Seahawks. And there's a couple coaches here. Chuck Knox signed it for me. Who's down in California. Ground Chuck, we used to call him. In fact, he's the only coach to lead 3 different teams to a playoffs. The Los Angeles Rams, the Buffalo Bills, and the Seattle Seahawks. And Jack Patera. He was the very first Seahawks coach. He was a defensive line coach with the Los Angeles Rams back in the 60s, the New York Giants, and the Minnesota Vikings were the Purple People Eaters. He got hired in 1976 by the Seattle Seahawks. He coached till 1982. He's retired now, and I believe in Eastern Washington. Jack Patera. And see, the latest one I got was Malcolm Smith, Super Bowl 48 MVP. Malcolm Smith is on there. Yep, Malcolm Smith. I say I got room for more. I'm sure I left a few off here, but it looks good. I mean, it looks really good. It's a nice Seahawk helmet. Like I say, it's a work in progress. Oh, Russell Kuhn's on here. Yep, Russell Kuhn. He's kind of the next Walter Jones people are hoping to be. So there you go. And there's a Seattle Times newspaper. Can't quite see it. Seahawks 43, Broncos 8. Yeah, baby. Waiting a long time for Super Bowl champion here in Seattle. A long time, believe me. We'll pan down here. Some Skittles. Marshall Lunch's favorite snack. And there's Steve Largent actually signed my helmet there. Yeah, Cold Cam in 2005 with a schedule on it. Super Bowl 40. A media guide from 2005. Some books written by Paul Moyer and Dave Wyman, both ex-Seahawks. And a little football here. And there's the 1976 media guide. Got some autographs in that thing. Some game programs, some more signings, SIs. So there you go. Seattle Seahawks. Oh, some Mobile One throwback glasses. And there you go. Like I say, it's a work in progress. I plan to get more autographs on this thing. So there you go. Thanks for watching. I'll post more videos.